Welcome everyone to Friday Night SmackDown. I'm your host, Jitch. You're watching W13 Universe. I think I got my intro a little bit mixed up there. We got a brand new set on hand, which I'll get to in just a moment. Mr. John Laurinaitis, the SmackDown General Manager, is never one to be outdone. He didn't exactly take too kindly to the fact that Mr. McMahon this Monday on Raw debuted a brand new set in honor of The Rock. So John Laurinaitis, in honor of the people, for people power, has brought you a brand new set here on Friday nights. And Goldust going to be the first one to make his entrance within these new ropes, within this new arena, as we are 7 weeks away from SmackDown pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. And what is most important right now for the superstars of SmackDown that will be kicking off tonight's episode is the 4-way matchup that is set to take place. It'll be Goldust up against Drew McIntyre, Big Boss Man, and Damien Sandow. A very big prize at the end of the road. We've got ourselves an elimination series that will take place over the next few weeks to determine who will be the #1 contender for the United States Championship, held currently by Rey Mysterio. One of these 4 men will be facing off against Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship at Hell in a Cell, but that will be determined in the coming weeks. Basically, if you've not seen this kind of thing before, we've done it before in the series, but basically, long story short, there will be a fatal 4-way here tonight, and then either next week or in a couple weeks' time, there will be a triple threat in which the man who was pinned in this fatal 4-way will be removed, making it a triple threat. Then another man will be pinned in that triple threat, which will bring it down to just 2 people in the coming weeks, and those 2 people will face off one-on-one to determine who will be challenging Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship. So it starts here tonight, just 7 weeks away, fresh off the heels of SummerSlam. And Drew McIntyre, who was unable to win the Tag Team Championship with his former partner Sheamus. I'd say the last 7 days were a real emotional roller coaster for Drew McIntyre, who came out to SmackDown last week saying that Sheamus was beneath him. That the idea of teaming up with Sheamus was insulting, was pathetic. You know, the man literally took out Edge just so he could have a shot at facing Sheamus. But what happened? Well, Drew lost to Sheamus last week on SmackDown. Following the match, Christian came out to the save of, came out to attack, I should say, Drew McIntyre, but Sheamus returned to the ring for the save of Drew McIntyre, and it seems like McIntyre repaid the favor last Sunday at SummerSlam when he decided to team with Sheamus to try and win the WWE Tag Team Championship, but was unsuccessful. And I'll tell you what, something I've never quite seen before, but you gotta respect it in a way. The forward thinking of this man. Damien Sandow says he is gonna sit on his Money in the Bank briefcase for some time. He has no intentions of cashing it in, while savages like Brock Lesnar and Kane are roaming the top spot as World Heavyweight Champions. He is going to bide his time, and he is going to choose when he sees fit, when it is his time to claim his top spot at SmackDown. So, instead of focusing on the very bottom in the European Championship, he says that CM Punk has relieved him of a curse, of a forced position on SmackDown, which is right at the bottom. He says CM Punk can enjoy being the best of the worst, but Damien Sandow is a standard above CM Punk. And so Damien Sandow says that he intends to to become United States Champion as he continues his path to glory that finishes off with him as World Heavyweight Champion. I have no idea exactly what Damien Sandow's game plan is, but I can tell you this much. Damien Sandow has promised us he will be successful in cashing in Money in the Bank, and you've got to believe him, because so far there is a 100% success rate for everyone who has ever cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Big Boss Man going straight for violence, and of course, you know, that is a man who has history with Rey Mysterio. Another man in this match who has history with Rey Mysterio is Drew McIntyre, who Rey Mysterio ended the 301-day United States Championship reign of to win that current reign that he is in. Drew McIntyre, I'm sure, would absolutely love to be able to dethrone Rey Mysterio after what Mysterio has done to the name of Drew McIntyre in his eyes. He feels he's fallen off a little bit. You know, and of course, you look back at SummerSlam this past Sunday, I'd say things shouldn't really be finished, but it seems like they are. I think the Celtic Cross should really give it another go for those tag team championships. You know, if this series isn't successful for Drew McIntyre, I would say he should consider challenging for the tag team championship alongside Sheamus again. As I gotta say, I don't think things were very conclusive at SummerSlam. Yes, Edge and Christian were announced the winners. Yes, they did get the pinfall victory, but I just don't think a roll-up pinfall from Christian on Drew McIntyre is the way that we foresaw seeing that one come to an end. And I mean, I don't want to invalidate the fact that Christian won the match, but I will say that I think another match should be in order, and I would love to see in the future that matchup take place. I think there is no doubt in my mind that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, they have what it takes to dethrone Christian and Edge, who have still been the WWE Tag Team Champions since WrestleMania. I can't remember the last time, if ever, we had champions that won the titles at WrestleMania and surpassed SummerSlam, still champions. I think they might be a first. They seem to be going strong as tag team champions. Speaking of Edge and Christian, we'll be seeing them up next as they face off against Val Venis and The Godfather, a tag team in which they have not yet defeated here on SmackDown, and so they have made it their personal goal to do just that. This is, of course, a first fall to the finish fatal four-way. The winner of the match will get to determine the stipulation in which the triple threat will take place next week, so there is a little bit of a bonus advantage to the winner, which makes it all the more important that you are the one to get the pinfall. So far we have seen a very divided matchup here. Big Boss Man really going at Goldust in the ring. And that big fist to the face. You know, Goldust, I don't think he's fully recovered from the mauling that we saw from Kane a few weeks back in that World Heavyweight Championship Open Challenge, which was very deliberately intended for one man who did not answer the call. And of course talking about who am I talking about? Why have I gone brain dead? The Undertaker. We've not seen the Undertaker at all. Rumor has it the Undertaker is here tonight. He has, as a matter of fact, issued a challenge for our main event tonight. He wants Randy Orton one-on-one. Randy Orton, of course, traded here to SmackDown in exchange for Chris Jericho, as McMahon wanted him gone from Monday nights for his own safety. Randy Orton, that is. And John Laurinaitis able to get rid of Chris Jericho, who had, in his eyes, been dead weight here on SmackDown. I've got to say, Jericho already had a very successful night over on Raw, winning the Light Heavyweight Championship in his Raw debut. Which is definitely more than he had accomplished on SmackDown in recent memory. Interesting to see the Big Boss Man going at it with Drew McIntyre on the outside there. Sandow thrown to the corner, but it's Boss Man back on Goldust. Very interested to see if we see that one-on-one matchup. Boss Man slam. Drops down Goldust flat into the mat, and Boss Man gets the pin on Goldust. That is it. Drew McIntyre and Damien Sandow completely missed it. Goldust is out of this series, unfortunately for him. And it is Bossman who will choose what kind of a triple threat they face off in on the next SmackDown where this series continues. I don't know if that's next week or the week after that, but what I do know is that was a major victory for a very determined man. Bossman has wanted to get his hands on the United States Championship so bad. He has wanted to defeat Rey Mysterio and take that US Championship. He was stood up by Rey, I believe last week on SmackDown, in a successful title defense. But it looks like Bossman is not quite finished with Rey Mysterio if he can help it. Okay, I kind of got my facts a little wrong here. This is not a tag team. That was next week's SmackDown I was thinking of. This week, it will be Scotty 2 Hotty up against Jimmy Uso. We got ourselves a one-on-one matchup between two tag team specialists here. Scotty 2 Hotty up against Jimmy Uso. As we put a focus on the tag team division. Let's see what happens in this one-on-one matchup here tonight. Our quote for tag matches was completely filled, so unfortunately this will be a one-on-one matchup. And the reason it was filled, that is because we have a 6-woman full division tag team match coming up later on in the night. It's going to be Le Femmes Fatale up against Beth Phoenix, AJ Lee, and Lita. The entire division in one match. Jimmy Uso representing the Usos here tonight up against Scotty 2 Hotty. He's got a lot to prove. We'll see if he can do just that. And Uso, a very new face here on SmackDown. Haven't really seen a whole lot of him. I mean, same goes for Scotty. This is a good highlight opportunity for the both of these two to try and make their impact on SmackDown. Interestingly enough, Rikishi is a tag team partner to Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay. He makes up 1/3 of Too Cool. They are actually a group, which is, we haven't really seen Rikishi with them yet. But interestingly enough, Rikishi is the father of the Usos. There's no secret there. That is a fact. Yeah, he seems to be more associated with Too Cool than he does his own sons, so I don't know what's up with that. But, I don't think that's going to really come into play here. All I know is Jimmy Uso is probably going to want to make Rikishi proud just as much as Scotty 2 Hotty wants to. Neck breaker there takes down Jimmy Uso. Interesting to see no sign of Jay or Grandmaster Sexay at ringside. It seems like these two wanted to settle this one-on-one match one-on-one. You don't see that too often in this kind of situation. Normally the tag partners would be there at ringside. Up next, we've got an interesting matchup. Despite the insults thrown his way, the new European champion CM Punk plans to be the greatest European champion we've seen thus far. And we've seen some pretty great ones, I've got to say. Wade Barrett, Drew McIntyre, they come to mind as some great holders of the European Championship. CM Punk says that he plans to be the best. And in order to be the best, you have to take it that one step further. So, CM Punk promises that he will defend the European Championship every week here on SmackDown. In an open challenge, anyone can step up. He wants to give someone the opportunity to knock him down and become European champion. So up next, we do have a European Championship open challenge from CM Punk.
Scotty showing his quickness with that reversal. Straight right hand.
Bulldog there by Scotty 2 Hotty as he takes down Jimmy Uso. Scotty really rolling off of a lot of momentum here. And Jimmy Uso needs to take control of the matchup. I think that's exactly what we're about to see. Very stacked episode of SmackDown as per the usual here tonight. We've got 7 weeks until Hell in a Cell. Plenty of time to see some big matches come to fruition. We know for a fact, following the events of SummerSlam, that Brock Lesnar is the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Kane has 7 weeks to recover from having his arm broken at the hands of Brock Lesnar. But I believe it will be Lesnar up against Kane inside Hell in a Cell in 7 weeks' time. Can't help but wonder, though, the Undertaker is still due a rematch. When's he going to invoke that rematch clause against the Big Red Machine, Kane? Scotty up on the top. Drop kick. Got him to perfection. And off the ropes as well. Scotty to Hotty really rolling right now as he goes for the cover here on Jimmy Uso. Just a 1 count. Not quite enough yet. And there's the side suplex. Into the kip up. Scotty to Hotty in perfect position. And here comes the most dynamic move you will ever see on Friday nights. Really wish they'd put the crowd chant in. And boom! The worm. Got him right in the chest. Scotty to Hotty with a cover on Jimmy Uso, who kicks out at 1. It's a lot of flash, but in the end, I guess it just isn't enough to get the job done. Chinlock here by Jimmy Uso as he takes back control. This one-on-one match, Scotty to Hotty really can't make it to the ropes. It's going to take a little bit of effort. There you go, headbutt. I don't know if the spiked hair adds any damage. Certainly won't cushion the blow. Bulldog there by Jimmy Uso. Drop kicks the face of Scotty to Hotty. Perhaps got Scotty right where he wants him now. Uso. Oh, DDT. I'm going to say Scotty might want to look into a better finisher. I don't think a slap to the chest is going to be winning you many matches. Uso, oh wow, really working the head of Scotty. And he knows what he wants to do. Jimmy Uso calling Scotty to Hotty to his feet. What are we going to see here from Uso? What are we going to see here from Uso? Oh, whoa! Lift up. Pop up, sorry. Samoan drop by Jimmy Uso. Cover on the bloodied Scotty to Hotty. And that's enough. Jimmy Uso. I mean, you may not be making Rikishi proud. I don't know where Rikishi sits on this one, but he's definitely going to have made Jay proud. The Usos needed this momentum here. These guys are dying for another opportunity at Edge and Christian down the line. Jimmy Uso victorious here on SmackDown. Been a long time since we've seen him in action. Felt good to see him back in the ring, and what a way to win. That Samoan drop was a thing of beauty. Well, congratulations to Jimmy Uso on this victory as we move towards our next match of the night. The European Championship is on the line in an open challenge. Who will step up and face CM Punk next?
The following contest is for the European Championship. CM Punk.
Great introduction as always. You really nail it every time. I really like the way you just skim results. Or like a YouTube viewer that only cares about the results of the matches. CM Punk coming down to the ring, European Championship around his waist. Will his first singles title defense be his last? CM Punk has not had the best track record in his career when it comes to singles championships. His victory over Damien Sandow really came as a surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people feel it's long overdue that Punk's time to shine, to be higher up there, to finally hold singles gold is at hand, and there's plenty more where that came from in a lot of people's mind. Well, we'll see how long CM Punk can hold on to the European Championship for. He says he wants to be a fighting champion. I did not actually expect that title to suit him so well, my god. And here's his first challenge. Excellent. I don't think a better man could have answered the open challenge. Let's not forget Yoshitatsu is still in a tag team with his buddy Goldust. We haven't forgot about them. They are unfortunately banned from the WWE Tag Team Championships for the entirety of Edge and Christian's reign. That's been going for a long time now, so you may have forgotten, but there's a reason we've not really been seeing a lot of tag team action for them. That goalpost is pushed very far back. In fact, at the moment, it's completely out of reach. Yoshitatsu stepping up to be the first challenger, and I mean, you know, could be the last challenger of CM Punk. I'm not going to deny the possibility of Yoshitatsu defeating CM Punk here tonight. Tatsu, much like Punk, an underdog. Someone who is trying to rise the ranks. Punk doing this as a way to give the spotlight to those he feels need it. Tatsu going straight in for some kicks, and Punk catching the foot there. Rolling elbow there. Very quick bit of offense by Yoshitatsu, who goes straight in for a rolling senton. With that, oh wow. Say what you want about Yoshitatsu, this guy has some of the roughest kicks I've seen. CM Punk now, I think, really getting a little bit thrown back by the viciousness of Yoshitatsu. You know, you hear the music come out, you see him come out here bouncing around, and you know, you don't expect someone to be so very vicious and aggressive in the ring, but Tatsu definitely has that side to him. Don't underestimate Yoshitatsu is what I'm saying.
That's a good reason that's called a backbreaker. It can snap your spine. The kick connects. Nice catch.
CM Punk definitely a specialist in kicks in and of himself. Say, this match could be a real treat. European Championship on the line. Still to come, a 6-woman tag team match up next. The entire division. One match with Karma having retired at SummerSlam at the hands of Beth Phoenix in that Iron Woman match. We will be seeing... Oh, big elbow there by CM Punk. We will be seeing Beth Phoenix, the new Divas champion, in 6-woman action, teaming up with AJ Lee and Lita to face the group known as Femmes, Fatale, which now make up half the division here on SmackDown. AJ Lee very much an underdog in and of herself. It'll be interesting to see how she blends in along the side of Lita and Beth Phoenix. Obviously, Lita also a newcomer, but I feel Lita has definitely picked up a lot more steam than we've seen from AJ Lee thus far. Completely missed those connections there.
Nice dodge there. Nice counter by Yoshi.
I gotta say, I'm kind of rooting for Yoshitatsu here tonight. I'd hate to see Punk's reign come to an end so quickly, but I think the European Championship would do this guy a lot of good. Yoshitatsu absolutely long overdue. Some kind of singles championship in my eyes. Gets CM Punk there on the top rope. Punk to his feet, but Tatsu with a big standing drop kick, and Punk just keeps getting back up.
Yoshi controlling the waist. And a shot to the solar plexus.
Or an elbow tie up between these two. Punk in control. Say Punk plans to defend the European Championship every single week for as long as he can hold on to that championship. Off the ropes and catches Yoshitatsu there.
What makes a man even want to take a gamble like that, King? How should I know? I'm scared of heights.
CM Punk really laying into Tatsu with those elbows. Punk.
CM Punk using those versatile feet.
Oh, Yoshi better look out.
And a belly-to-belly there by Yoshitatsu. Trying to get these fans on their feet. Big kick to the head of Punk. I don't think he was expecting that one. They just keep missing those connections. Tatsu watching CM Punk here as he's on those ropes and comes over them. Perfectly landed on CM Punk. Yoshitatsu going full beast mode here. Big DDT drops down Yoshitatsu on the concrete. No. No. Referee after the count of 6. Yoshitatsu trying to recover, and Punk resets the count. That could have been a mistake. CM Punk throws Tatsu back into the ring though. Yoshitatsu watching Punk, trying to taunt him into the ring. Punk comes in. Yoshitatsu riling him up. Big kick to the head there. I don't know why Punk suddenly just got dazed out of nowhere. Here's the cover. Could this be it? Could Yoshitatsu pin Punk? No. You gotta respect it for what it is. CM Punk gave this open challenge. He gave this opportunity to anyone who would step up and take it. And Yoshitatsu is doing everything he can to take that European Championship tonight. Kick to the face of Punk, and there you go. Yoshitatsu trying to... Oh! Take CM Punk off the top, but it was Punk who came off the top of his own volition. Fuck off. CM Punk now sends Yoshitatsu over the ropes, and Punk, oh, big right hook across the face there. I'll get my words out right. CM Punk sends Tatsu into the barricade. And he's just kind of whipping him from one side to the other. Tatsu with a fight back. Punk is taking Tatsu a little bit too lightly here. Tatsu off the ropes with a crossbody. Beautifully executed. He knows he can't win that championship on the outside. Tatsu sends Punk back in. Tatsu going for a cover. Punk's head still in the ropes. A little bit of an oversight there. Tatsu with a kick to the head takes him out of the ropes. Here's the cover. Is this enough? CM Punk shoulders down, kicks out. Knocked the taste out of his mouth there. Tatsu now. There's the monkey flip. And here's the cover by Yoshitatsu. Not enough. Come on, Punk. Do something else. Tatsu heading up. You're going to see that drop kick again. Punk caught him. Punk caught him on his shoulders. There it is. Go to sleep. Beautifully captured into the go to sleep. Here's the cover from Yoshitatsu. And that's a victory for CM Punk. I actually completely forgot he had that. That was not deliberate. I'm glad that broke him trying to throw him over into the barricade. But that was not deliberate. I completely forgot there was a catch GTS. CM Punk with a go to sleep. Very last second. But it got the job done. And Punk is successful in his first European Championship Open Challenge. I can't wait to see who steps up next. CM Punk is victorious tonight. Well-deserved victory for the champ as we move towards our next match of the night. 6 women, 1 match, the whole division. Who will stand tall?
The following 6-man tag team match is set for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Femmes Fatale from Scottsdale, Arizona, Nikki Bella.
Well, Nikki Bella first out in this 6-woman tag team matchup. I'm going to try and keep the entrances kind of short in these 6-person matches because they do take an eternity if you just sit through all of them.
And Football, representing Femmes Fatale from Denver, Colorado.
This group of divas say the era of ugly on SmackDown is over. The time of Karma and Beth Phoenix dominating the spotlight here on SmackDown is coming to an end, and it is now their time to rule. It's time for the pretty girls to be at the top in their eyes.
Representing Femmes Fatale.
He just doesn't want to introduce Alicia Fox. What? What's wrong with Alicia Fox, Justin? Why didn't you want to say her name, huh? She has a fucking CAW intro, doesn't she? AJ Lee. That's not been recorded at the same time. AJ Lee ready to compete in this matchup. She has been kind of turning her luck around a little bit, I'd say. She's had a couple wins here and there. She's even defeated Lita most recently. Lita makes her way to the ring. I'm loving this new Minitron. It's excellent. It really is a gift. And finally, coming to this matchup, the new Divas Champion in her second reign as Divas Champion. She awoken a new side of herself at SummerSlam in that Iron Woman match. We really saw Beth Phoenix get vicious in her retirement of Karma. She ensured that it was the last we were going to see of Karma. Really laid into her to win her second Divas Championship. And let's not forget just how long Beth Phoenix's first reign as Divas Champion was. I am very curious to see what we're in store for this time without what could be seen as Phoenix's kryptonite around anymore to kind of keep her in check. Les Femmes Fatale might be a very effective move here, as there is strength in numbers, and the three of them might be enough to bring down Beth Phoenix with any luck. But they'll have to work together, and they'll have to work together well.
That suplex was picture perfect.
AJ Lee starting things off against the leader of the group, Nikki Bella, who has said that she is the next Divas Champion. One would have to assume if she were to pick up a victory here tonight for her group, she would be considered strongly in contention for the Divas Championship at Hell in a Cell. I mean, realistically, one of these 5 women that aren't the champion, Beth Phoenix, will be facing Phoenix for the championship at Hell in a Cell. And obviously the winner of that matchup, whoever ends up walking out of Hell in a Cell with the Divas Championship, that is the woman that you will be seeing represent SmackDown at Survivor Series when the Women's and Divas Champions face off in a SmackDown vs. Raw matchup. Survivor Series, of course, coming your way in about 2 months' time. A little over that, actually. AJ really laying into Nikki Bella. You never know what's going to happen between now and Survivor Series. Any one of these women could be representing SmackDown. You think if Beth Phoenix and AJ and Lita win this matchup, who's to say that AJ Lee and Lita then wouldn't be considered the 2 top contenders, and we'd have a contenders match in the coming weeks. Look forward to our main event up next. Randy Orton has been challenged on his first night here by The Undertaker. Undertaker says that he has not forgotten the loss that Randy Orton handed him, not only at WrestleMania, but that he has not forgotten how their paths finished last time. It was very unfinished. Randy Orton, of course, what he is referring to, the man that cost The Undertaker, the man that cost The Undertaker, sorry, backtrack made me wonder what the fuck was going on, because he was just staring forward. Yes, Randy Orton cost The Undertaker the WWE Championship, was the reason that John Cena took it to Raw in the first place, was thanks to the help of Randy Orton, who was only using Cena to bring the WWE title to himself.
What an impact from that kick.
Undertaker does not forgive and forget easily, and he has made it his goal to get revenge against everyone that ever wronged him. One would have to assume that means there is justice coming to Randy Orton and John Cena in the future. And I think he might just get Randy Orton's out of the way tonight. Shoulder tackle sends Nikki Bella flat down to the mat. Elbow to the back of the head. Phoenix now boldly goes for a cover right in front of Nikki Bella's tag team partners. I think Nikki has spent a lot of time in that ring, actually. Phoenix striking away at the face of Alicia Fox, who is not the legal woman. She should not be in the match right now. Referee unable to continue the count.
She makes the tag.
And here is the tag to Eve, and there goes Eve. So I think it's going to take an awful lot for these women to take the Divas Championship away from Beth Phoenix.
And she gets the
Just
tag.
confidently and calmly goes into her corner and makes the tag to AJ Lee. And I don't think Lita is appreciating too much the lack of cooperation from her tag team partners. AJ Lee ducking something there. Big heel kick across the face of Eve as we see a cover attempt here by AJ. Imagine if she would have pinned Eve there. That could have been big.
This is going to be.
Corner.
We got a tag.
Tag now made to Lita finally in the ring. AJ Lee throwing Lita onto Eve. I gotta say, the group of AJ, Phoenix, and Lita really showing what they've got in this matchup. Not a whole lot of impressiveness from Moonsault into the cover. I'll say, not too impressed by La Femme Fatale as a group right now. Kind of getting schooled in there.
And there's the count.
Into Eve's corner. Tag made to Nikki Bella. We haven't seen Alicia Fox in the ring just yet. Crossbody connects on Lita. Lita still focused on Eve. Clearly, there has been some kind of budding issues there. Lita really laying into Eve here. Nikki Bella just kind of watching on as her tag team partner provides the ultimate distraction. Alicia Fox now the legal woman. I don't think Lita has noticed.
Continues.
She is very fixated on Eve here. What is going on? Eve with the head scissors. Takes down Lita.
Starts the count.
It looks like Eve ain't gonna back down. Lita into the corner. Alicia Fox charging over with the shoulder tackle. And
Bottom turnbuckle.
yeah, remember that's your legal opponent right now, Lita. Focus on who you're actually supposed to be facing.
Alicia Fox controlling the head.
Really, something developed there. There was a bit of an issue between Lita and Eve. No doubt about that.
Squeezing down on the head.
Side suplex brings down Lita. Alicia Fox now in control.
Impact on that kick.
Kick to the midsection. Twists Lita around and drops down on that arm.
Quick kick.
Looks like we have now seen a shift in control here.
Alicia Fox has the headlock.
Beth Phoenix, the Divas Champion, watches on.
Face buster.
Her ally Lita getting beaten down by Alicia Fox. And there's a splash.
Alicia
Seems like the opening was created for La Femme Fatale to take control.
Oh man, that could break your arm.
Perhaps that was Eve's intention there, to get the aggro on herself, to allow the opening. Let Lita's emotions get in the way. If so, it definitely worked, as here's a cover attempt.
This is one of those matches you
Lita
just
really
sit back and
seems to be beside herself. AJ Lee throwing her into the corner.
listen to that chop echo throughout the
And
arena.
Lita does not seem to want to tag out.
Disorient you.
Welts rolling across the chest. Lita is completely dominating this matchup.
She wants
Well,
back
I
in
don't
this
know about
match in
that.
the worst way.
Tornado DDT connects by Lita, who is now back in control.
Look at Lita putting on a show.
Oh, and Alicia Fox ain't gonna let that happen for too long. I think we're seeing a miscommunication at hand here. Lita seems to have taken the spotlight for herself.
Submission locked in tight. This could do it.
Stretching out Lita there as we see the submission hold applied. Nope, not enough to get the job done.
And there's the count.
She's seen enough. And here
Nikki Bella goes for the tag here. Alicia Fox now going to come off the top rope. Crossbody onto Lita. Alicia Fox could pick up a very big win here. Or she could start throwing her outside the ring. You never know what's going to happen in the WWE. Lita over the top rope. Lita perhaps thinking about making the tag. And in comes the Divas champion Beth Phoenix. They're now one woman short, I'd say. I don't think there's a lot that Lita could do in this matchup. Thankfully, that doesn't matter too much because they are working with the glamours on. They have definitely got a major upper hand in this ring.
And she gets slammed to the floor. Look at Beth.
Hooks the leg. Suplex connecting. Beth Phoenix into the cover on Alicia Fox. Center of the ring. No. And here comes the glam slam. Lita may have just cost Beth Phoenix there. What was that? Lita bumping into Beth Phoenix when she was just about to do the glam slam. I can't tell if that was deliberate or not.
And down goes Alicia Fox.
And this match is really broken down here. And Beth Phoenix laying waste to every woman who steps in her face. Drags Alicia Fox back into the ring. And it looks like Phoenix is just going to go straight for it again. There's the glam slam connecting this time. Hooks the leg. Beth Phoenix could have this one finished. Alicia Fox managed to actually kick out of that.
Alicia's measuring.
Kick here and a big axe kick to the back of the head of Beth Phoenix. And it looks like Lita and AJ are nowhere to be found. Cover on the Divas champion. This could be a humongous win for Alicia Fox right here. She got her. Complete and utter miscommunication breaking down, and Alicia Fox has just pinned the Divas champion. Wow. Well, if you can't argue fact to facts, Alicia Fox has just earned herself a Divas championship, but I think a lot of that is honestly to blame on Lita and the lack of communication from her in this matchup. Gotta say, I was quite disappointed by Lita here. She really had an opportunity to have Beth Phoenix's back there. She not only broke up a glam slam attempt at one point, she didn't have her back during the second one, and that led to the downfall and defeat here tonight for the Divas champion. But anyway, we move towards our main event up next. The Undertaker returns to SmackDown, and he has got a challenge for Randy Orton. I can't believe we are finally seeing this once again on SmackDown. Feels like an eternity. There he is.
The following contest is a no disqualification match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Agents from Death Valley, weighing 299 pounds, The Undertaker.
The Undertaker had every intention of having his match at SummerSlam, is my understanding. We don't know what prevented him from coming down to that ring. But The Undertaker has actually spoken out, and he has said that his heart is filled with rage at what he witnessed happen to his brother Kane. He will not speak out on his relationship with Kane. He will not speak out on if there is an association or a hatred. He will not voice anything to do with his feelings, whether they be positive or negative to do with Kane, but the one time that in an interview that was very difficult to conduct, The Undertaker was questioned on what he thought about the events that took place at SummerSlam. You could see the rage in his face, you could see the anger, and I think a part of that is exactly what we've been waiting to hear all along. The brotherly concern of The Undertaker is in there somewhere, and he is venomous at what happened to his brother Kane. However, he wants his World Heavyweight Championship back. He wants that opportunity, but now he's got to wait because Brock Lesnar is set to face off against Kane. And Undertaker has instead set his sights on revenge on the Viper, Randy Orton, who makes his SmackDown return right now. We have waited long for this moment. Randy... Oh no. This is not what we were expecting. Randy Orton was supposed to be the one coming out here tonight. I guess this man feels he still has something to prove. Brock Lesnar stealing the spotlight from Randy Orton right now. We've been waiting all night to see Randy's return to SmackDown after he was traded over. Undertaker staring down Brock Lesnar, who paces this ring. What the hell is he doing out here? Brock will challenge Kane for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Brock going straight in for the kill on The Undertaker. Brock is going in. What is this? This is not a legal match. This is not a match that was signed off on. This is not our main event. What business does Brock Lesnar have right now attacking The Undertaker? We saw a very vicious side of Brock Lesnar come out at SummerSlam. He annihilated Billy Gunn. He annihilated Road Dogg. And then he broke the arm of Triple H. And then later on in the night, breaking the arm of Kane as he now lays into Undertaker with chair shot, chair shot after chair shot.
This could be it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, God. I'm just grateful that it wasn't on the chair. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God, his head just whipping off of the steel chair. Oh, my God, Brock, what is this? What is the reason for this? There is no need for this. Brock targeting the arm of The Undertaker. That can only mean one thing is in mind. We saw it 2 times at SummerSlam. Why isn't Randy Orton coming out here? You would have thought Orton would have wanted this opportunity here to defeat The Undertaker. Undertaker to his feet, and Brock Lesnar just continues to manhandle a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion. This is a Brock Lesnar unlike anything we have seen before. We saw this man dominate last year to become World Heavyweight Champion. We saw a new side of him when he defeated Sheamus in that TLC match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We saw him, go into WrestleMania a pretty indestructible force, but something in him has really awoken as of late, and he has gotten that extra bit more vicious. I just can't believe what I'm seeing right now. You see that drop clearly hurting Brock Lesnar too. It was a continuing. It's assault on The Undertaker. He has bloodied The Undertaker. He has battered The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar, my God. Come on, enough is enough. The Undertaker getting absolutely brutalized. This is an attempt to provoke a reaction from Kane to try and get Kane to come out here. You broke his arm. That man is not going to be here for a while. Undertaker in a steel post, my god.
And now we're moving into the ring again.
Brock Lesnar victimizing the Undertaker. I've never seen anyone do this before. And oh god, here we go now. Brock Lesnar got that arm locked in. Undertaker's arm bent back. And there it is. Oh, you hate to see it. Referee trying to get someone out here to stop this. But it looks like Brock Lesnar's mission is complete. He has stopped attacking the Undertaker. He had no business being out here and doing what we just saw. My god. Undertaker absolutely victimized here tonight by Brock Lesnar. I have never seen the Undertaker get manhandled like this before. Absolutely shocking way to close out SmackDown. Fans in attendance really looking forward to finally seeing a rematch between Randy Orton and The Undertaker, but instead, Brock Lesnar absolutely lays waste to the brother of his opponent in 7 weeks' time at Hell in a Cell. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight for SmackDown. I will see you guys next week, when I can't wait to see what exactly it is that John Laurinaitis plans to do, as Brock Lesnar has now injured 3 of his top stars in the span of a week. Something has got to be done.